Hello, everybody. I am King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. It is Sunday evening, just about 7 o'clock right now, and I wanted to take a moment to dive deeper into our forecast. It is a first alert weather day because of this atmospheric river that's doing quite a bit here in the Pacific Northwest. It's bringing rain not only to the lowlands, but also the mountains as well. Here's a couple looks from our passes, both Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass showing rain there on the roadway. So no new fresh snow in the mountains as of this evening, but that rain is raining on top of snow, creating avalanche risk, and it's also increasing our river levels. We'll talk about all that, but let's take you to our Queen Anne camera overlooking downtown Seattle as of Sunday evening. Lots of raindrops on the camera. You can see the camera shaking just a little bit as well. It has been a windy, wet day. Temperatures in the low 50s as of Sunday evening. So we are in first alert weather mode for a couple different reasons. We're going to let this end tonight. So today is really the only day that we're seeing these highest impacts, but we'll still hold on to some of these impacts into Monday. But overall, we're talking about warm rain. We're talking about blustery wind. That warm rain is leading to rising snow levels. So it's rain on top of snow, which is leading to rising rivers and also an increased risk for avalanches. Basically, everybody has some impacts to some degree. Some are seeing more impacts than others. Let's break it all down. As far as wind is concerned, it has been a blustery day. These are our observed peak wind gusts for Sunday. Our strongest wind gust for the coast is Hoquiam. 58-mile-per-hour gust was observed today. Whidbey Island clocked in a gust nearing 50 miles per hour. Everett also clocked in a pretty high gust around 40 miles per hour. And I do want to point out that where we're seeing some of these windiest conditions are where we're also seeing some of our driest conditions. These are our rainfall totals so far for the day. And we have pretty minimal rainfall totals around Port Townsend, around Everett, where we saw some of those stronger wind gusts. Only 1/100th of an inch of rain so far observed there, thanks to our rain shadow. Whereas places over along the coast like Quileute getting close to 4 inches of rain today alone. Bellingham is nearing 1 inch of rain along with Olympia as well. So you can see the exact arc of where this rain has hit. That rain shadow set up, keeping those areas on the drier side. And we see that here as we look at satellite and radar. We see that rain shadow right there between about Seattle and Everett. So that is where we're seeing some of our lowest rain totals, but everybody else has that rain in place. As of right now, sorry, I don't know why satellite and radar is flashing. It should not be doing that, but we are seeing the heaviest rain along the coast. We're seeing some light rain up to the north as well. And we're also seeing some pockets of moderate rainfall into the foothills right over Bering and Highway 2 as of right now. We're going to continue to see this rain continuing for the rest of your Sunday, and then it will linger into Monday, but it's not going to be as widespread for tomorrow. So for the remainder of this evening, we will keep rain pretty much where it is right now. So heaviest rain is going to be over along the coast, specifically the north coast. We'll also see some heavier pockets of rainfall into the foothills of areas north of Snohomish County. We will still have that rain shadow that sets up, keeping rain a little more minimal between Seattle and Everett. Overnight tonight, that trend continues. This is what we're waking up to Monday morning. So to get your week started, it does look like we'll have some rain out there for your Monday morning commute, specifically if you're over along the Olympic Peninsula and if you're north of Snohomish County, or if you have to do any pass travel. Get ready for both I-90 and Highway 2 to see rain on top of our passes as well. We will see a little break from the rain around the Seattle metro area and then down into South Sound as well. Just some light showers are expected tomorrow morning, so it is starting to let up. As we head into lunchtime, this disturbance is going to lift up to the north, so we're not done with the rain chances, but it's not going to be quite as widespread. So down around to the south, same thing, into the Seattle metro area. Those water adjacent areas will see the rain letting up throughout the day. This is lunchtime here. We see that dry weather there, but we will still hold on to some light showers along the northern Olympic Peninsula through the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and then also same thing, our foothills, pretty much Snohomish County and northward. That trend continues into the evening. Here we are at 6 p.m. here. We're continuing to let it taper off. We will still hold on to some light showers, specifically around Snohomish, Skagit, Whatcom counties and into our Cascades. So all of that rain is leading to that increased risk for avalanche danger. This is a visual from the Northwest Avalanche Center, NWAC. And when I showed you this visual in our early evening shows, this was flashing red. We did have the highest risk for avalanche danger Sunday, but they put out their updates every evening at 6:30. So this is our updated forecast for Monday, and we're seeing that avalanche risk back off a little bit. So we do still have elevated risk for avalanche, kind of that moderate range, but not quite as high Monday as what we saw on Sunday, thanks to that rain backing off. However, like I showed you, that rain is still going to favor our northern Cascades, so that is where we have some of our higher risk for that elevated avalanche danger on Monday. And with this as well, when we get that snow melt, when we get that significant rain that's falling, of course, we're going to see those river levels increasing. At this point, the only area that has that actually will reach flood stage, that moderate flood stage, is the Skokomish River at Potlatch. This is one in Mason County that we are constantly keeping an eye on. However, we do have some areas that are nearing minor flood stage. All of these yellow dots here, so a lot of it is around King County and Snohomish County as well. It's the Skagit River, Snohomish River, Skykomish River, Snoqualmie, and also the Tolt River as well. So we are going to keep an eye on those rivers, but like I said, they're not even hitting that minor flood stage. It's nearing minor flood stage. So yes, we're keeping an eye on rising rivers, but no threat so far for Monday. However, I'll say kind of big picture as we look at these visuals and as we progress into spring, we are going to see temperatures warming up. So this will continue. This is going to be something we keep an eye on, is rivers will be on the rise as the snow continues to melt and as we get these wet spring storms that are going to be moving in here the next couple of weeks and months. As far as temperatures are concerned, we're going to see things warming up here quickly. This is a look at our expected highs for Monday. Upper 50s are expected, with some areas even hitting the low 60s down to the south. Look at that. Puyallup and Chehalis could hit that 60-degree threshold. Same thing in Wenatchee. Mid 60s are expected for your Monday. That warming trend is going to continue into Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be our warmest day of the week. At this point, it is looking like we'll see even some low 70s on the map on Tuesday. Specifically down to the south around the Kitsap Peninsula and South Sound is where we'll see our warmest temperatures. Off to the east as well. Wenatchee, of course, on the warmer side. Low 70s are expected. SeaTac is right on the edge. I'm forecasting a high of 69 degrees for Tuesday. So just 1 degree off from that 70-degree threshold. If we did hit it, if the atmosphere gets a little bit of some extra oomph with that warming, that will be the first time we've hit that 70-degree threshold since last October, mid-October, so about 5.5 months cooler than 70 degrees. So a nice warm up heading our way Tuesday. Temperatures will be well above average. It's that 10 degree of warming from Monday into Tuesday, 10 degrees of warming across the board. We will still hold on to warmer temperatures on Wednesday, but we're going to see some changes, and those changes come with more rain chances. So it looks like we'll start Wednesday on a fairly dry note, some increased cloud coverage, a few light sprinkles brushing by, but then this low is on the way Wednesday. So by Wednesday evening, it looks to move in, and this is going to keep rain in the forecast as we head into the end of the work week. With this also, I'm keeping an eye on increased convection. This is our CAPE. This is instability in the atmosphere. We see this especially in the spring when we have those warm storms that are moving in. What this means is increased thunderstorm potential, especially Wednesday afternoon. So that is something we're going to keep an eye on. We absolutely could hear the clap of thunder and see some lightning, see pockets of hail as well with that storm that's moving in on Wednesday. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. We're going to hold on to rain through the end of the work week and cool our temperatures down. Low to mid 50s are expected by the end of the week. It does look like by next weekend we could still hold on to some light spotty showers, but overall it does look like next weekend will bring mostly dry weather.